Hello everyone. For those of you who are new here, I'm Daisy Fox and this is Daisy Fox Tarot. For those of you who are not so new here, welcome back. I'm glad you guys stopped by. So we are doing a weekly energy reading today for you guys. So I'm going to take a look and see what energies it is that you can expect to encounter and be working with this next week coming up. Okay, so this video should go out on a Sunday or on this coming Sunday. And this will let you know what it is that you can expect for your week coming or going forward. Okay, you guys, so really great information here. Gonna kind of let you know what to expect, what other people will be dealing with around you as well. Okay, what type of energies they'll be dealing with, they'll be projecting, you know, the type of things that you'll be encountering. All right, overall. So we're gonna jump right in. I've got 3 piles here for you guys so you guys can find out what it is that you can expect this next week. Starting off, we have pile number 1 here with the Pulp Tarot. Okay, so if you feel drawn to this pile, this deck, pile number 1 is for you. Then over here for pile number 2, I have the Jack-o'-lantern Tarot. So if you feel drawn to this deck, to this pile right here, this is going to be for you, pile number 2. And then for pile number 3, I have the Phantom Wise Tarot deck here. This is going to be your deck if you feel drawn to this pile here. Pile number 3 will be for you. Okay, so I'll have the timestamps in the description box down below, as well as the top comment. I'll have it pinned for you guys, particularly for mobile users, because I know that that's so much easier. If you're new to tarot entirely, particularly pick a card readings on YouTube, I'll just go over real fast the best way, or rather, there is no best way. Let me correct myself. There's no best way. Everybody can do it. Everybody has their own way of doing it. Nothing wrong with that at all. The way that I suggest people do it is to pause the video if they need a little bit of extra time, feel it out. You can also look at the timestamps down below and look at the numbers, see if there's any numbers in there that are resonating for you. I always put different emojis too with each pile's timestamp. So if there's an emoji that is calling to you or that you feel drawn to, go ahead with that, okay? As particularly if you're looking at the decks, looking at the screen and you're like, I really just don't know which one, okay? So you might feel called to just one pile, totally fine, totally normal, totally great. You might feel called to more than one, even all 3. If that is the case, it just means that there's multiple messages for you in this reading. So you will start with the pile that you feel the strongest pull towards. That'll be your primary pile, your primary messages. This is the pile I like to say you would have FOMO over if you had to just close the video and couldn't just watch it. You had to just close it suddenly. What pile would you go, oh my God, now I feel like I missed out on something? Which one? That's your primary pile. And then go back and watch those other piles that you also felt a pull towards, just maybe not as strongly. And you'll find your secondary messages in there. And those are going to go hand in hand with your first message, okay? Or your primary message, I like to say, with your first pile that you chose, all right? Now, I do need to say a little disclaimer. Obviously, I am not a mental health professional. I'm not a legal professional. None of this is any sort of specific advice. You know, it's just a pick a card reading on YouTube. So be responsible for your behavior, your own behavior, for your own life, of course. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and let's jump in and let's find out what it is that you can expect this next week. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You guys have chosen the Pulp Tarot deck, okay? This is going to be the deck that we'll use to pull your tarot cards for your reading. We are going to also pull some oracle cards for you as well here on camera. So let's go ahead and dive in and find out what it is that you can expect with this next week, okay? So let's move these over to the side for you. I'm going to start here with the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. Okay, so absolutely love this deck. It's freaking gorgeous. I love the imagery on it. So let's just jump in and find out what it is that you need to know for this next week. What type of energies? What can you expect? What type of advice do your guides have? All the things, okay? We're just gonna feel it out, go with it. Let's find out here what you can expect. So there is your first card there. And then let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and we'll turn it over and look here. We have Ashwagandha Purpose, and it looks like we have the North Node and the Moon is what this is ruled by. So Beautiful card. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. I love the balance here. We see this nice balance being struck between the sun and the moon. And you can even see that on the card. There's lots of symmetry too. We also have your chakras right here, or chakras, not yours specifically, but chakras in general listed right here, which also kind of calls to balance as well, right? So let's go ahead and put this over here for you guys. I'm going to draw your other oracle cards, and then we will, sorry, I'm trying to make sure you guys can actually see this. And then we will look at a little bit more about the meaning of this card. I'm pretty new to that deck still, so still learning. It's always a learning, always in progress. We're always learning in everything that we do. So let's go ahead and do the Urban Crow Oracle as well. You guys know I freaking love this Oracle deck. I love just all the different messages. Like there's just so many, it's just so varied, right? There's some Oracle decks where you find that they're mostly all positive. That one's definitely yours. And then we have some Oracle decks where, some of the messages are, like most of the messages are a bit heavy, and there's definitely a time and place for that, but I felt like we needed this nice balanced deck here. I just really love that about this Urban Crow Oracle. We'll pop this over for you guys, and we have waterproof. Okay. First thing that comes to mind, like water off a duck's back. So that might be a little mantra for you this week. If you've got some things going on, maybe something heavier coming in, or not even necessarily something bad. You can be having an overall great day and have someone say something small, and then all of a sudden you're like, oof, water off a duck's back. Just gotta not think about it. What they said says, whatever it is that they said says more about them than it does about me. That's kind of what I'm hearing here, but let's go ahead and get your last and final oracle card. We have the Wild Whiskers Spirit Oracle. Oh, here, I just realized. Can you guys see I've got my coffee cup over here on the side. I don't want you guys to have to look at that. Okay, here we go. Final oracle card here for you guys. This one wanted to come out too, so we will do both of those for you. Let's see what we have here. We have Mischievous Monkey, Innovation, Confidence, and Amusement. And it says, Spirited Jester of the Jungle, bring laughter and delight to my soul. Okay, definitely like water off a duck's back. I mean, just bring laughter and delight to my soul. I mean, this almost seems like that idea of someone saying maybe something a little shitty, that it says more about them than it does about you. Like water off a duck's back, you're waterproof. It doesn't even bother you. Like you remain unbothered, and you just kind of laugh to yourself. You're like, ugh, they're so ridiculous thinking that they can get to me over something. Like with something so small, like, do they not even know that I don't care? Like, I don't know. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here though. I know that here in the US, we are coming up on Thanksgiving. So, my US viewers, a lot of us are going to be dealing with family. That can be something that's really complicated for many, many people. Brings up a lot of junk, a lot of stuff, can be a little bit, for some people, for some families, it can even mean almost a promise of confrontation. So if that is your situation, if you're a US viewer and maybe holidays or family gatherings are a bit tense, or sometimes it's a little up in the air, you don't really know what type of energy you're going to be dealing with, how, the crazy racist uncle is going to feel, or how loud they're going to be that day. Y'all know what I mean. This might be some good advice here, like water off a duck's back. Okay. Don't let people get to you. Laugh about it. All right. See, amusement here. I like just where you're almost finding it amusing that they're trying so hard to shake you or to rattle you, remaining nice and balanced here with ashwagandha purpose, even reminding yourself in the midst of all this that, it's to reminding yourself of your purpose. Hey, I'm coming here to see family. I'm not here to get upset. I'm not here to get in arguments. I'm not here to engage in this type of behavior. Set your boundaries, and remember why you're there type of thing. I know that's a very specific message. That's really probably only for my US viewers. Because I think Canada Boxing Day, have y'all already done that? I don't know. Canadians, let me know down below. Boxing Day. Isn't that sometime around our Thanksgiving? If so, when is that? I'm not entirely sure. I know I could look it up, but you guys know, it just do be like that sometimes. So anyways, moving on, we've got this. Sorry, that was just a little tangent, but I just really felt that strong, like coming through strongly. Because like I said, I know family stuff that can get really, really heavy, really, really fast. Okay, so next oracle card here that we have is Delicate Dove, Compassion, Healing, Harmony. And it says, Gentle Messenger of Peace and Hope, release my fear and heal my hurting heart. Okay, wow, all right. So healing as well. Okay, so if you are in that holiday situation, holiday family situation, it can be an opportunity for healing is something that I'm hearing, okay? An opportunity to heal some sort of trauma, some sort of wounds. We'll learn a little bit more about this energy and kind of what this means for you specifically here in a moment. Yeah. Really interesting to have that with waterproof, all of these things talking really about emotions, like emotional reactions even to other people in our environment. Let's go ahead, let's grab this ashwagandha or grab the book that this is going to be in. I have it right here. Oh, and look, turned right to it. It's pretty wordy. I'm not going to read all of it because that's kind of a lot, but we're just going to take a look and see just kind of some keywords, key phrases. So we have finding divine purpose, finding the future self, receiving a divine gift, and yes, North Node and the moon. Okay, so let's see here. I kind of do like an intuitive scan, see if anything pops up. Let's see here. This is talking about how ashwagandha has these, sun qualities, fire qualities, and moon qualities as well. Okay, so strengthening, regulating, immune protective, anti-aging, mood boosting of the solar archetype. And then at the same time, it provides restful sleep, deep relaxation, nervous system nourishment, and restoration. And so of course, that's all going to be kind of a lunar archetype there. Let's see here if I see anything else for you guys that your guides want you to know. So this says, perhaps you are not clear on your desired outcome, so your efforts feel unfocused or purposeless. Even if you've lost touch with your why, remain open to the mystery of the journey. Stay focused and playful. Keep following the signs. Okay, all right. So it reminds us that it is not necessary to fully know the entirety of your purpose in order to pursue it. Okay, beautiful. I think that's a big thing. I think that's a big message that just in general, I think the collective in general would benefit from hearing. We don't always know. We can strive towards what feels right, what feels good, what we're passionate about, but we may not understand or may not be able to see the big picture, the full picture, okay, what the full purpose is, so interesting, especially in the context of this particular reading. Let's go ahead, grab some more cards, grab these tarot cards for you guys. We'll get more specific messages here for you, flesh this out a little bit about what it is that my pile ones can expect next week. Okay, this one's like dancing all around in my hand back here. Then let's see, oh, that one, and this one is doing that same thing. Okay. All right. So we'll just set this to the side for you guys. Starting here, we have Queen of Pentacles, okay? And the Seven of Cups, right? Then we have the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Lovers. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm seeing multiple areas of your life being spoken about here, or energies that are more likely to impact different areas of your life this next week First and foremost, let's talk about career and finance, because that seems to be something that's coming through for you quite strongly. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles here. So let's talk about it a little bit. We have Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles, this is about like resting in luxury, living in luxury, okay? You see she's got all this beautiful like flowers, all this abundance, you know what I mean? Like beautiful green grass, fertility, abundance, okay? Growth as well, okay? Like your material world growing. So finance, career, money, you know, investments, etc. It looks like there's this huge potential for growth, and you're going to have some options, okay? It's looking like this week, there's going to be some choices coming up for you in your career. And we have that we have that emphasized over here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Lovers, which talks about a choice, okay? A major choice, making a choice, okay? So, and especially with the Lovers, this is major arcana energy. So this is going to be something pretty big. You probably already know what this is. This isn't going to be something that's a big surprise for you, okay? But it seems like, and look here, it's like it's interesting here with the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Cups. It's almost like she's, in this situation, like what I'm seeing is it's like she's choosing this, like this is the one that I choose. This is my choice. This is the pentacle that I've chosen. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here with Seven of Cups is it's like, okay, and she's very confident about this as well, very confidently saying, okay, hey, this is my choice. I've looked at all the other options. I've weighed all my other options. I know I have all these maybe different avenues I could take. Perhaps this is, you know, maybe you've got a bunch of different job offers on the table and you're going to make a choice, okay? Perhaps this is, you know, this could be lots of different things. Investment options. This could be, oh my gosh, so much. I mean, and also, I always like to say this too with Pentacles. This can also be studying. This can be university, college, etc. If you are a student and you're not really working a career job, I like to think of Pentacles as your studies, your exams, your homework, whatever that might be for you, because you are working towards that is working towards material goals, career goals, ideally, right? So when I was in university, that was how I always read Pentacles for me personally. So this could be, you know, maybe you're coming up on your next semester. It's time to start choosing classes, choosing a major, you know, whatever that might be for you specifically. General reading, lots of different energies here, you know, watching this. So it's going to differ for everybody, but you probably know what this is. It's a pretty big choice coming up here that you're going to have to make, okay? Two of Swords, we see even more choices being made here as well, or more energy about making choices, all right? So, looking here as well, we're going to jump over to the Seven of Pentacles real fast, okay? So Seven of Pentacles, she's put in the work. She's seeing the payoffs. You notice she's not, necessarily thrilled, right? Generally, the Seven of Pentacles figures are never, they almost look a little bit apathetic. They look a little bit tired, almost a little bit burnt out. Or just really unimpressed. Unimpressed, I would say, is generally kind of how the Seven of Pentacles figures always look, because they've put in a lot of work. They're seeing a return on their investment, whether that's an investment of time, investment of money, investment of energy, whatever that is. They're seeing that return on that investment, okay? But it's just, that they know that there's still more work to be done, okay? And that's what I'm seeing here for you, is it's like there's this feeling of, okay, I'm seeing a return on my investment. I'm seeing things working out in my favor, but I know that there is still more work that needs to be done in order to fully reach my goals, okay? So that is kind of what I'm seeing here, I'm hearing here. We have Five of Cups and Two of Swords as well. So this could be, okay, so it could be that a choice is made. Perhaps you've already made this big choice, okay? You've had lots of options, you've made this big choice, and maybe it didn't work out in your favor. We've got Five of Cups here. So little bit of disappointment coming in here for you guys for this next week. Nothing major overall though. I really want to stress that none of these cards are negative. In this reading, I would not be worried about anything at all, because it seems to me the story that I'm seeing here, like being illuminated for you guys for this next week, a choice being made. This is what I choose. Lots of options, okay? Lots of things to weigh, perhaps even a little bit of confusion here, okay? I'm seeing here with there's a bit of something comes through, little bit of disappointment here, okay? Something not working out quite right. I think that's why we have waterproof here, like water off a duck's back. I think that's why I was hearing that right off the bat, okay? And then we have purpose here as well. So remembering your purpose, we've got release my fear and heal my hurting heart. We've got confidence, innovation, okay, amusement. So I am seeing here that you're going to be making some choices. They're going to be fairly big choices, all right, in the end, that's going to impact your material world pretty significantly, okay? I think this is something that you know about. I think this is something that you're anticipating, okay? Because this is heavily aligned with your purpose. I believe that's why this Ashwagandha purpose card came out for you guys. I think this is heavily aligned with your purpose, but I think there's going to be a bit of disappointment come in. Perhaps this isn't going to work quite like you were hoping, or possibly if you haven't made this decision yet, maybe you're going to have a little bit of like decision paralysis here. Sometimes that's kind of how I see the Two of Swords, is a little bit of decision paralysis. You're blindfolded, it's dark, we barely have much of a moon illuminating this dark sea. You've got your back towards it as well. We're holding these two swords. We can't see around us. We're like kind of guarded, with the swords up like this. We're a bit guarded, but also at the same time, we're trying to sit here, but we're very we just feel very stuck. What do I do? What decision do I make? Okay. So I think it looks like for you this next week, there's going to be something come up. It might be a bit of a disappointment here, but I want to remind you, Five of Cups just talks about having 3 of your 5 cups, they've fallen, okay? And it's about being disappointed or feeling upset over these 3 of Cups with your back turned to the 2 that are still standing. So I really want to call attention to these 2 cups that are still here standing, because I think this is a really, really important message with the 5 of Cups. It acknowledges and validates the potential disappointment, okay, that we might be feeling around a situation, maybe not working out quite how we wanted, okay? But it reminds us that we need to not get lost in that. Don't get lost in our grief. Don't get lost in our disappointment. Let that roll off of us. Water off a duck's back, okay? Feel it, heal it, release it type of situation, okay? We don't do spiritual bypassing here, none of that stuff, but we don't get stuck in victimhood either, or get stuck in a rut where we can't move forward, okay? So right here, I think 5 of Cups is reminding us to turn around. We still have 2 cups standing. Not all is lost, okay? And that is a reminder here for you, something that your guides really wanted to point out, or something that's being pointed out or illuminated here for you. And you can even see these are they're barely illuminated, but they're back there. They're being fairly illuminated here behind her in this card, but overall it's that not all is lost, okay? Might be a bit of a disappointment. Perhaps you've maybe already experienced this disappointment a little bit, or maybe you kind of have an inkling of what this might be already, okay? The message here is that even if you feel a little bit of decision paralysis, even if you were really hoping, maybe you're hoping that the option, or thinking that the option that would be available for you, maybe it's not available for you when you finally get into that moment, and you were really hoping that this one was gonna be it, like this is it, this is the pentacle that I want, this is my choice that I've made, and then coming to realize, oh, well, that's not gonna happen for me, or I'm gonna have to make a different choice because that's just not available. It really almost seems like a redirection, okay? That's really what this seems like. It's like a redirection. You really had your heart set on this, your heart's really set on this certain thing. Come to find out that's not what's going to happen, okay? A little bit of decision paralysis. Okay, well, since I can't choose my first choice, I have to decide between my second and third options. And you have to weigh those out. And it's a little bit of decision paralysis here. But I see by the end of the week, we are back on track, making, like, I wanted to say making money, okay? Back on track, moving forward, seeing a return on our investment, our energy investment. We know that we still have a ways to go, okay? But overall, we are satisfied. We are seeing a return, okay? And we are seeing a return on the choice that we've made. So in the end, what's really being illuminated here is, though, like, I feel like you're expecting something and you're hoping for the best, okay? The best of the best may not come through this week for you. And I know that's not what anyone wants to hear, but what's being shown here is that this is just a redirection. This is actually redirecting you on a better, bigger path, okay? A path that's going to put you more towards, like set you more on the path of success, okay? We have to remember, where one door closes, another door opens. Okay, this is another door opening for you and a choice being made that's going to have a major impact, okay? But a positive impact is what I'm seeing here. I think your guides really want to make sure that you don't let this get to you and get under your skin too terribly much, okay? They want you to remember to remain waterproof. This disappointment, okay? It's not, I'm hearing here, it's not going to get to your core, okay? It's not going, let's see, it's like a surface level disappointment is what I'm hearing. It's very surface level. It doesn't change your overall purpose. It doesn't knock you off that path to attaining your purpose or to like walking towards your purpose. It's not going to do that at all. I'm also seeing here too, delicate dove, gentle messenger is screaming at me right now. It's like I cannot take my eyes from that. This is gonna, this disappointment is gonna come gently, okay? You're gonna be let down gently. This is not gonna be something that is going to be just a slap in the face. You're gonna be let down very gently. It's going to be like with compassion. It's gonna be harmonious. I'm hearing too. There's not gonna be a lot of conflict. You notice we don't have any conflict cards. We have some internal conflict here with Two of Swords, but we have no external conflict, okay? Little bit of disappointment, but we're being rerouted to something better, okay? So in the context of the family thing, Thanksgiving family thing, if that is something that specifically, like, you really felt that applied to you, that resonated for you guys, what I see here is really something similar, having really high hopes for what this gathering might mean, okay? We don't see cups here, so this is looking at more like like in a physical way, in a material way. You maybe have some sort of idea. Perhaps you're the one planning this party, okay? Perhaps you're the one hosting Thanksgiving. You're the one hosting this, and you have some ideas in your head. You really like kind of idealizing what this might be like. Maybe it'll be different if you're the one who hosts it, okay? And then maybe things might not work out exactly how you're hoping, but it's fine. At the end of the day, it's water off a duck's back. You're waterproof. It's not going to get to you. It's not going to impact you. Don't let it get to you is also what I'm hearing here too. Advice here for you guys. Don't let it get to you, okay? Don't let this shake your confidence. Look at this with a sense of amusement. Oh, wow. They really did try to knock me off of my high horse and they did not succeed. I mean, honestly, you could even say that about her face here. She's looking at you like, yeah, so what? Like, okay, so look, like, I still got that bag. I still got that money. I'm still doing well. I'm still happy with my life. Everything's still going good for me. Like, so what? I don't know. It's just, she just seems so unbothered. And I think that end of this week, going into the next, you're going to be totally unbothered by this. This is not going to bug you at all. This is just a little blip on the radar. Not a big deal, is kind of what I'm hearing. I think your guides are really wanting you to know that. So if you're feeling a little bit of anxiety listening to this, they really are wanting you to know this is not a big deal. This is not going to knock you off your path. Remember your purpose, okay? you know, and you can call on them, you can ask for help to help release this disappointment or to deal with whatever this disappointment is. I am going to get a couple more cards though, learn a little bit more about this Five of Cups and Two of Swords moment here, where you're going to be maybe facing a little bit of disappointment and then a little bit of decision paralysis as you try to decide where you want to go next. But reassurance here overall that you will be back on the right path. You're going to make the correct choice, okay? Don't let this get to you too heavily. We have the Sun here. Okay. See, everything is going to be fine, you guys. This is an extra additional reassurance. Your guides really want you to know it's going to be fine, okay? Minor disappointment, but in the end, everything under the sun is going to be beautiful, fine. We've got this, look at this child here. There, it's like this is talking about innocence. Youth, vitality as well, okay? Warmth, happiness, like having a heightened energy, which is kind of vitality, but it's also kind of not, okay? Growth as well here for you guys too. Play also. So having the emotional bandwidth for play as well is something that I'm hearing here. And I got chills when I said that. Having the emotional bandwidth for play, because I know there's times when things are heavy, things are hard, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'd love to be having a good time. Nothing's really, I guess, wrong right now, but I just don't have the emotional bandwidth to sit here and try to be happy and try to make the best of it or see the silver lining. There's not going to be any of that for you guys. You guys are going to have the emotional bandwidth to feel freaking amazing. So your guys want you to know, do not worry about this at all, okay? They're just kind of letting you know, kind of a heads up, hey, this might not go exactly how you were planning, okay? But in the end, overall, it's just see it as a redirection. You're making the right choice, okay? Innovation here popping out too. Maybe this whole situation right here, particularly this Two of Swords for you, think about things in a different way. Maybe that's what this is going to require, a little bit of innovation, okay? Thinking about things a little bit differently, seeing things a little bit differently, maybe seeing things from a different perspective, okay? And by changing your perspective, you realize, oh, you know what? This whole thing, it really don't matter. In the end, you know what? It doesn't really matter that this didn't go exactly how I was hoping. Water off a duck's back. You know, I'm unbothered by this. I'm happy to make the choice that I'm making. I feel like I've made a great choice, and move on, continue towards your purpose, okay? This is what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number one. I think this next week is going to be really great for you guys. Do not worry about this little blip. This is just a little heads up. Hey, don't drown in it, okay? Let the water flow off. Don't get caught up in that, okay? But anyways, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to watch this. If this resonated for you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps so much. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Jack-o'-lantern tarot, and we are going to find out today what it is that you can expect with this next week coming up, okay? So, like I was talking a little bit in pile one, for my US viewers, we are coming up on Thanksgiving, major family holiday. So, we're going to be looking into the energy of this week to kind of let you guys know maybe what you can expect for that. I know for some people this card just does not want to stay, so that'll be your first card. Anyways, so yeah, a lot, holidays can be rough for a lot of us here. So for my US viewers, we're coming up on that. We're going to take a look at the energy. I'm not just going to read it as if we're all US viewers who are coming up on Thanksgiving. I know there are a lot of people who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, even if they are in the US. And then also I know I have lots of viewers from other countries, so no big deal, you guys. We're not going to just focus on that, but I did want to let them know, that we will be talking about that. And, actually, I feel like this card here, we're talking about Thanksgiving. This is going to be specific. I'm just going to do this message right here, and then we'll get into your reading. For my people who are going to be doing Thanksgiving stuff this next week, okay? So this is for you. Let's see what we have. We have Four of Wands. Okay, so milestone, celebration, all right? I want you guys to know, your guides want you guys to know, it's going to be great. It's going to be fine. You're going to have a great time, okay, at this family event. at your Thanksgiving, okay, you guys are going to be celebrating with each other. You're going to be, we all dress to the nines and then we all walk around the kitchen eating food. Okay, you guys are going to be eating some good food. You're going to look cute that day. It's going to be amazing. All right, you guys. So if any of you were kind of worried about how Thanksgiving might go, this is for you all specifically, just a specific message, because this was dancing around while I was talking about that. Message for you guys, just real fast. It's gonna be wonderful. Great celebration. I don't like nothing negative whatsoever. So if you guys have a little bit of anxiety about that, hopefully this will quell that for you guys a little bit. So you guys aren't too terribly concerned about Thanksgiving coming up. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead. We'll start with oracle cards. I'm just going to pop that down there, and then I'm going to shuffle this one time for you all. So we'll start with oracle cards first. We'll get your herbal astrology card, and then we'll do the crow oracle and the wild whiskers oracle. And then we'll grab tarot cards for you guys. So let me go ahead. We'll grab this deck. Let me grab all your decks actually, and we'll just pop these in here so I have them within reach. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll find out what it is that my pile number twos can expect this next week. So let's see here. We have, sorry, I have to turn it like off camera a little bit. Palo Santo. We do have, there's some depiction, like nude depictions in this deck, and I don't have a problem with that, but YouTube does. So I always just like to check before we do something crazy. So Palo Santo Guardian. Okay, we've got South Node and Pluto. We also have a little fox on here. This card talks about the fox being the sacred trickster. Okay, it is a guardian of the woods. It lives in the woods of where there's where Palo Santo trees grow. In Central South America, I believe. Let me go ahead and grab the book real fast. We'll look this up. It'll just take me a second to turn to it. This is the last card in the... Okay, so we have gifts from past lives, activating dormant gifts, connecting to the ancestors, guardian of the sacred, and the sacred trickster. Right? Yes. South Node Pluto. Oh, did I say North Node Pluto? If I did, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I said. It's South Node Pluto. Let's see here. So, ritualistic burning of Palo Santo, which translates to sacred or holy wood, can be traced back to the Incan Empire, still used ritualistically among many indigenous communities throughout Central and South America, particularly to cleanse bad energy, bad air, and the evil eye. Okay, so let's see here. Lots of words on these. So I try to, I scan it and kind of pick out the things that jump out at me. I kind of use my intuition for that. It has a long history of use as a magic wand that unlocks innate gifts that have lain dormant, inactive, or blocked, like wisdom, intuition, and sight to see into the past and past lives. I don't know, I felt like I needed to read that. So if there's any of you guys who are practicing magic and, you've got some Palo Santo lying around, you can use that. You can also use it for cleansing. It is important, and I feel like it would be irresponsible of me to not at least mention, make sure that it's ethically sourced. Okay, you guys, that's a big thing with Palo Santo. It can be unethically sourced. It's like a whole thing. You guys can look into that if you're interested in learning more about it, but make sure it's ethically sourced Palo Santo if that is something that you're going to use, and make sure that you're using it, not responsibly, but rather, respectfully, since this is it is a sacred tradition for a lot of indigenous communities, you guys. So anyways, moving forward. So this says, you are a guardian of the sacred that has walked many paths. Know that you can neutralize the greatest of poison and even outwit the smartest of tricksters. Okay. Wow. I love that little hype there at the end. So you can outwit the greatest of tricksters, and what was it? Something about poisons. Let me see. I wanna get that right though. Hold on. I want to say it one more time. Okay, neutralize the greatest of poisons and outwit the smartest of tricksters. So a little bit of hype for you guys from your guides, letting you know that you can handle whatever it is that comes to you. So that's amazing. And for those of you who were, who resonated with the whole Thanksgiving thing and that one card that was pulled, this is just another little, I guess I would say even almost a gentle reminder. Hey, you don't worry, like you don't have anything to worry about, okay? You know, you can neutralize the greatest of poisons and outwit the smartest of tricksters. Like you got this. You've got nothing to worry about. They've got nothing on you, is kind of what I'm hearing here. But let's go ahead. Let's grab this Crow Oracle deck, find out a message for your week coming up. We have displacement. Okay. And then let's get this final Oracle card for you guys. The Wild Whiskers Oracle here. And this one right here I'm feeling, and we have Dignified Dragon. Honor, good fortune, individuality, fearless danger. Oh, danger. Every time I read this, you guys, I say danger because that C in dancer, I swear it looks like a G at first glance. Fearless dancer of the flame, ignite the passionate fire within my soul. Okay. Very, very interesting here. Let's see. Where do I want to place this? I guess I'll set that right there. Okay. Honor, good fortune, individuality. Once again, another bit of reassurance. Good fortune, okay? No need to worry about anything, okay? Fearless dancer of the flame, ignite the passionate fire within my soul. Fearless here as well. It's like you guys are very, very concerned about how something is going to go this week. We are going to get some more cards, a little bit more reassurance, and we'll also find out a little bit more about this displacement card as well. Let me talk about displacement real fast. I always like to kind of explain. So displacement, talks about, or the idea of displacement is taking something out on someone who has nothing to do with the situation. So this is just like the stereotypical, your boss yells at you, you have a bad day at work, then you come home and you snap at your spouse, you snap at your kids. You know, it's that type of thing where it's displaced anger. You're not, maybe the other people like who you snapped at, your kids, your spouse, whoever, your roommate, whoever it is for you, maybe this isn't, you know, and this is just an example, but it's not necessarily that they did something wrong. It's that you were already all the way up here. You know what I mean? You were already angry. You were already upset by what someone else has said. This person said, they said something, it was a straw that broke the camel's back, and now you're blowing up on them, and it's displaced anger, okay? It's displaced emotion, right? So that's what displacement is talking about. The crows are pissed off because something has happened, and then they're going and they're trashing. They're knocking the trash can down, they're shitting all over this car, okay? So it's like trashing or shitting on something that did nothing to you, okay, is the idea, okay? And this doesn't mean that this is necessarily something that you are doing. This could be something that someone is doing, might be some sort of energy that you encounter, that somebody else is kind of embodying. This might not necessarily be you, but like I said, we're going to get some more cards. We're going to find out more, but I do like to kind of chat about the displacement card because I do feel like that concept, I mean, we all understand the concept. We hear that concept regularly in our society, but I don't know if that's something that anybody ever actually uses the word displacement. We have those three. Perfect. Okay. So let's find out a little bit more here about your week ahead. We've got King of Pentacles. Okay. We have, oh, and there's nudity on this. Give me just a second, you guys. Are actually, this is the world. I'm going to keep turning these over because there might be multiple. I just have to cover them up and I'll pop them back on the screen. So we've got the world. Then we have 7 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, this feeling of feeling like you're up against, like you don't have anyone in your corner, or like you're kind of up against a lot. let's see here. We have Eight of Wands. Okay. We have Knight of Cups. And we have Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to move these over here. Okay. And let's get, okay, let me go ahead and cover your world card here, just the imagery on that. So we don't have, so I don't get YouTube all mad at me, and you know, you guys know. So anyways, I will be right back, you guys. All right. She is decent for the tube now. So we are gonna go ahead and move on or get started here looking at all this. So King of Pentacles, we've got Queen of Pentacles here. Let's see here for you guys. First of all, starting off, if you have had any sort of okay, let's see here. Looks like this big message here for your material world, okay? So your finances, career, money, school, if that's kind of your job right now, if you're a full-time thing, if you're a full-time student, okay? Something happening quite quickly for you this week. Let's go ahead and see here. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see. We've got this. It looks like finances are maturing. Going quite well, okay? Money, finances, school, career, job, whatever this is for you specifically. This is definitely something that you know about, something you've been working on, particularly because we're sitting here in the King of Pentacles stage here for this, and we've got Eight of Wands moving fairly quickly, okay? So maybe you're starting a new job, okay? Maybe you're getting a new job offer that's going to be offering you more money, and this is going to be something that you are actually hoping for, actually wanting, okay? Because we have Nine of Pentacles here. If you notice with the Nine of Pentacles, we have all these, of course we have all these pentacles, but look at these vines growing, all of this growth here, harvest here as well. We've got like a squash, we've got these pumpkins here. What bird is this as well? Let me see here. I also want to note that the figure is looking straight at the camera, or straight at the viewer, like making eye contact, okay? Actually, it's kind of a Mona Lisa thing where it feels like their eyes are following you. Message here coming through for this is something that I'm just seeing here with this card, and for your reading specifically, this is going to be something, whatever this is, I'm hearing it's like very direct. So let's see. It's like whatever it appears to be on the surface, that's what it actually is. Okay. There's nothing there. I'm hearing there's nothing being hidden. There's nothing that's not being disclosed to you about this situation. Okay. So maybe this is signing a contract for a new job, or this is some opportunity coming in. Eight of Wands is telling us it's coming in very, very quickly. Okay. So if this is something you've been waiting to happen, some big new step in your career, your finances, money, school, whatever that is, it's like, first of all, great outcomes, okay? Very direct as well. Like, you're going to know about this. And when it comes in, there's not going to be any sort of, like, the fine print's not going to be that fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be that small. It's going to be very, very obvious what you're dealing with. It's going to come at you very directly is what I'm hearing. Okay. So, this is not going to come out of left field. This is not going to be something where you're like, oh, what? This is expected, anticipated, and whatever this is for you specifically, because this is a general reading. Okay. It's going to work out quite well. Lots of satisfaction. Your needs are definitely going to be met with this new energy coming in, or with this energy maturing, actually, and maturing quickly. Okay. So things moving forward in your favor quite quickly, financially, monetarily, school wise. So maybe you just submitted a big paper. We are coming up on like Thanksgiving. So we're at towards the end of the semester, some sort of, what is this? Is this midterm or is October midterm? I think October is midterm. Anyways, good grades, okay. A raise, possibly, a bonus, possibly, something like this coming in quickly, money maturing in some way, shape, or form in that part of your life. Now, moving on to the World and the Knight of Cups here. More good news for you guys. Okay, so Knight of Cups talks about going and making things happen for yourself when it comes to your desires and when it comes to relationships, okay? Now, these relationships, not necessarily romantic, it's not specific to that. It can be if that's something that you're dealing with, working on, wanting, but if that's something you're not interested in, it does not have to be that specifically by any means. Here, Knight of Cups just is saying, there's a sort of completion. There's something coming to a completion when it comes to this quest, this search for your cup being filled, honestly, is what this feels like. The search for emotional intimacy, I'm hearing. Whether that's intimacy, whether that's making just a deeper connection with a friend, okay, with a family member, with a significant other even, okay? So there's some sort of completion here, some sort of cycle ending around your relationships, okay? Let me get a clarifier for this. And we have death, yes, endings, okay. This is an ending. And now this type of ending, now there's no need to be scared of the death card, first of all. I'm not saying that a relationship is ending, okay? Now that could be, now if that's what you're dealing with, if that's what's going on, then, if that resonates, for sure, 100%, this does look like something's ending. So if you've been wanting to end a relationship with someone, looks like this week is going to be the time that you're going to find a good time for that this week. Now, if you're not wanting a relationship to end, that is not something that you're interested in. That's not something that, because we're talking here about, this would be something that you would initiate. So I'm not saying someone's like some crazy breakup's going to happen. It's nothing like that. Okay. Just that if you specifically have been thinking about ending a relationship, this week is going to be a good time to do that. But I'm seeing cycles ending overall, okay? So maybe you and your significant other have an argument, hash it out, you figure it out, and now you're moving past, and the cycle of arguing over this one specific thing is done. It's resolved, and you're not doing that anymore. Perhaps this could be just, it's like the end of an era is what I'm hearing. It's the end of an era for a certain relationship that means a lot to you, okay? Because we have death and the World. So major arcana cards, this is a big life thing. This is something that matters. This is not some little mundane daily thing. This is something major going on here. It's an end of an era. But once again, I feel like it needs to be said, this is something that you know about, okay? This is not news to you. This is not brand new information, all right? This is something that you know about. And like I said, it's either you initiating the ending of a relationship, friendship, family, whatever that might be, okay? So when I say relationship, this can be with anybody and any type of relationship. This is either you ending that, okay? You ending that search, possibly ending, and that could be the thing too. Maybe you find someone this week. If you're looking for love and you're like, this ain't really, like, I'm not really resonating with this. Well, this can also be an end to your search. You're no longer searching. You found your person. Okay. You found what you were looking for. And it's an end of an era in that part of your relationship. Okay. In that part of your romantic life. You're ending. It's the end of an era of maybe searching for that person, or it's something like that. End of an era is definitely what I'm hearing here for you guys, and some sort of relationship situation, okay? So either you're no longer searching and you found them, you're choosing to end a relationship, okay, because it's not working for you anymore and you know that it's time, or your relationship is just moving to a new stage, something that was maybe maybe not even an issue even. It's just something moving to a new stage within your relationship. It is important to note with the death card, death is something that it's irreversible. We can't come back from. So this is an ending. You're going to close the chapter on this book, whatever that book or that chapter may look like specifically for you. You're going to close the chapter on this and you're going to move forward, and you won't be revisiting this energy again, at least not in the same way, not in the same circumstances. Okay. It's definitely going to be different for you. So nice little wrap up there for you guys in this area of your life. So that is looking wonderful. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Now, I feel like this is where this little bit of trepidation is coming from. I'm feeling like this is where this displacement is coming from as well, okay? Somewhere within this, because I'm seeing here finances, money, career, job, school, amazing this week for you guys. Relationships, whether that's romantic or otherwise, looks like it's going well. We're end of an era, closing a chapter, starting a new chapter, going wonderfully there as well. Now, over here, Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like this is talking about a specific person in your life. I do want to point out too with this one, this particular Queen of Pentacles, I don't know if you guys can see, we have all these Venus flytraps, okay? Venus flytraps, they eat living creatures, right? Living bugs. They don't just use photosynthesis, right? So this right here saying to me, it makes me like I'm hearing eat you alive. Now, don't panic, don't freak out, don't close the video, guys. It's nothing, it's not that serious, okay? Because we have good fortune here as well. We've got all these other positive cards, positive energies, okay? And Palo Santo Guardian, I feel like with this specifically, not only do we have that message coming through that you can neutralize any poison and outwit even the best trickster, even the, outsmart even the most gifted trickster, or whatever that sentence said specifically, okay? We also have Guardian here with this, so you're being protected, okay? You've got a lot of protection around you. You have a lot of good fortune around you. Honor as well is popping out to me. Like throughout this situation, maintaining your honor, maintaining your dignity, maintaining your integrity as well, okay, is what I'm hearing here for you with this. So Seven of Wands talks about feeling like you're up against the odds, okay? Feeling like, if you see here in this particular card, let me do some little moving over here so I can reach. We have this owl here, and it's taken a hold of this bat. Okay. This particular and this specific card, this specific deck, this is what's in the Seven of Wands depiction. Okay. This owl has swooped in and grabbed a hold of this bat. We have this person here. They're kind of on a cliff edge. You can see the foam as the ocean's smashing against, or the waves are smashing against the cliffs. Okay. Kind of backed into a corner on his own. All these wands coming up at him, okay? And then we have this Queen of Pentacles figure. She's got these skulls, which, I mean, this is the Jack-o'-lantern tarot, but you chose this for a reason, right? I mean, you felt called to this deck. I felt called to place this deck in as pile number 2. So skulls and all of that stuff. We've got the Venus flytraps here. I just feel like there is someone, and I think this is what this displacement is. There is someone who embodies the Queen of Pentacles. This might be someone who is well off financially. They have a decent amount of luxury in their life, okay? There could be a female. They don't have to be, but they embody some sort of divine feminine energy, okay? And we all know people who might identify as one gender or the other, whatever, and their energy, maybe they're identify as female, but they tend to have more of a divine masculine energy, or they're male and they tend to have a more divine feminine energy, okay? So this could be anybody with some sort of divine feminine energy, or someone who's in their divine feminine energy at this point in time. We have the rabbit here, fertility, okay? We've got all of this abundance as well. So this could be some sort of authority figure for you, possibly, okay? This could be the matriarch of a family, okay? So if you were if you were worried about the whole Thanksgiving thing, this could be a mother-in-law, this could be your own mother, this could be a grandmother possibly, okay? This could be a sibling, a sister, but of course, like I said, does not have to be necessarily specifically female. These are just options for you guys. But anyways, I'm hearing here, it's like this fear. It's almost like you have a fear of this person, but it's like you're afraid they're gonna eat you alive. It's like you're afraid that it's like they have more power than what they actually do. I'm hearing all bark, no bite. Like, you're so much bigger than these little Venus flytraps. You could have all these tiny little Venus flytraps and they're not gonna get to you, right? You've got all these wands. It almost seems in this situation like these wands are actually protecting you rather than coming at you, okay, as an attack. And I'm honestly, to be quite honest here, I feel like you're the owl in this situation. And this other person is this bat, like, where actually you have a lot more power than you realize. In this situation, you're not as powerless as you possibly feel in this moment. Okay. Let's learn a little bit more about this. We have Ace of Cups. Okay. So this is someone you have some sort of relationship with, not necessarily romantic, like I said, but this is not someone who you're a stranger to as well. Let's do one more here for you. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so this could definitely be a family member, okay? If you were worried about Thanksgiving and what that might mean, maybe dealing with this family member here. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I see you're on the defensive. It's like you're already on the defensive over this person, okay? Oh, Six of Pentacles, not Six of Cups. So we've got balance here, finding a balance. Interesting, I thought Six of Cups, though. Six of Cups talks about family, childhood, family, etc. So maybe not for everybody, but that slip didn't just happen out of nowhere. So I'm going to say for some of you, this might be a family member. That's just confirmation. For others of you, it might not be. But either way, balance here, okay? How much of your energy are you going to give to this person and their bullshit? That's just straight up what I'm hearing. How much energy are you going to give this person and their bullshit? You have a lot more power than you realize over them. And over the situation. They're more all bark, no bite type of deal is what I'm seeing here. And if you look, she even has her eyes downcast. And typically Queen of Pentacles is like gazing lovingly at her pentacle. That tends to be the case, but her eyes are actually downcast. So if this is someone who has wronged you in the past and you are having to encounter them this week, or you'll be dealing with them in some capacity this week, I'm seeing here that there's maybe even a little bit of shame on their part. It's almost like they know that they've fucked up in the past, okay? Six of Pentacles, yes. So I'm seeing here with this for you, like it's about finding balance. How much of your energy are you going to give to this person, okay? And with displacement as well here, we have Judgment. Okay, so I'm feeling that it's this person who has in the past, they've done this to you, this displacement thing. They've done this to you. Let's see, there's a tiny bit of nudity on this card, you guys. It's not significant. You can't really see anything, but y'all, so much goes into the videos, and the last thing I want to do is be told, oh, you have to take that down because there's a tiny little booby in your in your videos on one of your cards. Okay, so displacement, Judgment. I feel like this is something that they're doing to you, this displacement thing. And I'm hearing here that you're totally safe. You're totally safe from this person and their bullshit, okay? They're all bark, no bite. And in the end, they're going to get what's coming to them, is what I'm hearing here. Don't even worry about it. You decide how it is that you want to give this person your energy. How much energy are they actually worth to you, okay? I feel like you've felt quite intimidated by this person in the past, and they don't really have the power over you that you might feel like they do. Okay, maybe they feel they're a bit of a poisonous person. Okay, well, you have the ability to neutralize any poison, even the most dangerous poison. Maybe you feel like they're a bit of a trickster. Maybe you feel like they're a bit dishonest, or they're not very trustworthy. Well, you have the ability. You're being reassured that you have the ability to outwit any trickster, even the most advanced, practiced tricksters that you encounter. Okay, so reassurance here that you might, like, at this moment, I'm kind of hearing that you're kind of on the defensive. You're really concerned about this person, and I'm seeing here that they're just kind of full of a bunch of bullshit. They're mostly all talk, no action, and what little action they do put behind their words, it's like petty catty, like, it's just like petty catty stupid shit that you don't even have to entertain if you don't want to, is what I'm hearing here. So don't entertain this if you don't want to. You decide where your energy goes, where your emotional energy goes. How much do you pour into this cup? How much of that do you devote to this person? How important is a relationship with this person to you also? I think also I'm hearing here that it's important for you to also determine, is hashing it out with this person even worth the energy as well? Okay, is what I'm hearing here. Is hashing out this with them is it even worth your energy? Are they worth your time? Take some time, take stock of where you're at mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, y'all know all the things, and decide in the moment, is this person really worth my time, and my energy? Are they really... And are they really all bark and no bite? Because that's really what I'm hearing here for this person. You're afraid they're going to like eat you alive, but your guides are wanting you to know that that's not something you have to worry about. It's displacement. A lot of their anger too. It's like this reassurance that reassurance that it's reassurance. Is that a word? I don't believe so. Reassurance that their bullshit has nothing to do with you anyways. Okay, it says more about them. It has more to do with other shit that they have going on in their life than it does about you. Okay, and they will face judgment for that, for taking it out on you. They will face judgment when it's time for that. The universe will make sure that that is taken care of. It is not something, you don't even have to divvy that out. You don't have to divvy out justice. You just have to weigh your own bandwidth, weigh your own scales, I guess, and decide, okay, do that on your own and decide, okay, is this really worth my time? Is this really worth my energy? Without necessarily passing any sort of judgment on this person or trying to make sure that they get theirs. They're going to get theirs. It is written, okay? Your guides really want you to know that. You don't have to be worried about that, okay? They will get theirs. They're all bark, no bite. You've got nothing to be concerned about with this person. You're being guided, you're guarded. We've got good fortune here. Maintain your dignity, maintain your integrity when dealing with this person, and you'll find that this goes really smoothly. And you're actually the owl, you're actually the predator. You have more bite than they do, honestly, in the end, is what your guides want you to know. But this is what I'm seeing for you guys for this week coming up. Great things with relationship, finances, and then with a specific person that you're concerned about, nothing to worry about there, or a situation that this Queen of Pentacles might be referring to for you specifically. Nothing to worry about in those regards. You're protected, you're guided, you're guarded, and like that said, we'll close it with, you have the ability to neutralize even the most dangerous poison, and the ability to outwit even the most practiced tricksters, okay? So you guys are good for this next week. Really great things coming in, all right? So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like the video if it resonated. It helps the channel so much to do that and to subscribe as well. Love you guys so much for all of that. It helps keep me, or it helps allow me to continue to put these videos out for you guys. But anyways, all love for you guys in going into this next week, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Phantom Wise Tarot deck, and today we are going to take a look to see what it is that you can expect in this week coming up for you guys, okay? So I'm going to say the same thing that I've said for all the other piles. We have Thanksgiving coming up here in the US, all right? So a lot of us are going to be dealing with family, maybe dealing with some heavy things, heavy topics, heavy conversations with people, possibly maybe a little bit of conflict, confrontation, not for all of us, but for some of us. So for my friends here in the US who celebrate Thanksgiving, we'll be looking at that. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do for you guys? Pile number 2, the top card just kept sliding all around as I was talking about Thanksgiving at the very beginning. And there was a message there for them about that, just a little bit of reassurance. I'm going to do that same thing for you guys today for pile number 3. I just kind of feel that that's something we need to do, kind of put your mind at ease, give you a little bit more information about that. So for my friends who do not celebrate Thanksgiving, or because they're either not in the US or they just choose not to celebrate it or whatever, no big deal. That's totally fine. This is just a quick little blip. We're just going to do this real fast for my friends who do celebrate that, a little bit of reassurance. Then we'll jump in, we'll get your oracle cards, we'll lay down your tarot cards, and we will find out what it is that you guys can expect in this week going forward. So let me go ahead and grab, let's see, I'm feeling this one here for my Thanksgiving folks. We have Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is talking about mindset here. This can also be talking about words as well. Okay, so this is saying here to me, for my friends who are going to be going to Thanksgivings, hosting Thanksgiving, dealing with family over Thanksgiving, okay, this is really talking about keeping your mindset in check, keeping your minds in check, making sure we're not saying things that we will later regret, okay? So this is having, if you notice here, Queen of Swords, Swords talks about, okay, so Swords is air energy, so this is talking about the intellectual mind, thinking, speaking even as well, all right? So think air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini type of energy, all right? And then we have Queen of Swords. So being a queen, we've got this divine feminine energy where we're relaxed, we're receiving, okay? Receiving information, all right? Hearing what others are saying, listening as well, just speaking, listening is just as important as speaking, goes hand in hand, okay? So receiving, listening to the information being presented, okay? Turning that around in your mind, receiving information as well, okay? Someone talking to you about something. This is, I mean, nothing negative at all I see for you guys who are going to be doing Thanksgiving this next week. Main thing I'm seeing here is listen really well, be mindful of what it is that you're saying, how you say it, you know, how you're received, a little bit of Libra in there. I mean, we've got the Aquarius energy. Don't be afraid to be yourself, okay? Don't be afraid to be yourself. Libra energy, though, remain nice and balanced, remain nice and fair, okay? And then that Gemini energy as well, a little bit of spunky. I know my Geminis like to talk, okay? I get that. Definitely lots of air signs for me too. No Gemini, but I've got lots of Aquarius and Libra. And so anyways, I get that. Let's just remember to listen as much as we speak, and to think about what it is that we're going to say before we say it. That's really what I'm hearing here for you guys with Queen of Swords. So just be mindful of that air energy. Remember, words can hurt, okay? She's got this sword here. It's not like she's wielding it and ready to go to war, ready to, you know, start cutting people down, but she does have this at her disposal, okay? And you might find yourself kind of in that position this week coming up. I'm hearing you might find yourself in a position where someone has kind of, they've kind of stooped a little bit, a bit of a low blow to you possibly, okay? And you're sitting there going, wow, I could really cut you down. I could really ruin your whole day, your whole week, your whole month, your whole year, your whole life with what I'd like to say. But you know what? I'm going to choose not to do that. I'm going to be the bigger person. I'm not going to stoop to that level. You know, you're not going to get that out of me. You're not going to put me in that place. I have control over that. I have control over my thoughts, my actions, what it is that I say. I have control over what it is that I say here with Queen of Swords, and I'm not going to let what it is that I'm hearing cause a big reaction to where I come in and I cut you down and I start cutting people off, okay? So Queen of Swords here for you guys. Let's just remember integrity, listen as much as we speak, okay? And let's try not to cut anybody down. Let's try not to be too sharp, too harsh. You know, relatively too sharp or too harsh, you know. We're not talking about toxic situations, dysfunctional situations. I know a lot of that stuff comes up for a lot of people during the holidays. You know, integrity here with what you're saying is really overall what I'm hearing for you guys. So that's my little spiel for my Thanksgiving friends. Okay, so if that resonates for you guys, let me know, comment section down below, obviously. But anyways, we're going to move forward past our Thanksgiving energy here for those people, and we are going to go ahead and grab some oracle cards. I'm just going to do a quick little shuffle for you guys with this deck. We'll start though with your herbal astrology oracle card, and then we will move to my fave urban crow oracle. Got Wild Whiskers here. I've got some of my favorites here for you guys for this weekly energy reading. But let's go ahead, jump in, get started. Let me grab this deck for you all. Okay. Let me grab all of them actually, so you guys don't have to sit there and wait for me to grab them one by one. I'm sure this looks like a hot mess on the screen. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's go ahead, find out what it is that my pile number 3s can expect this next week. That one for sure. Okay. And then let's go ahead, we'll grab these for you guys too. I just feel like I need to grab all of these oracle cards for you all before we begin turning them over. I say that and then I immediately turn it over. Of course, we have abundance here. Okay. All right. There's a tarot reader that I just love here on YouTube. We've got Yarrow as well. Sorry, I turn these, if you ever see me turn cards around off camera, it's just because there's a potential for nudity and YouTube doesn't like that. And so I have to, you know, cover some stuff, in case it, you know, whatever. So anyways, we've got Yarrow here for you guys. We have abundance here for you all as well. Let's go ahead and grab this for you too. Let's see here. Oh, what I was saying, I have a favorite. Oh, that one didn't want to come back, so we'll do that one. I have a favorite reader here on YouTube, and there's almost always what she calls a bingo pile, and it's like the pile that you hope is your pile, right? It's like the pile that says, oh, you're gonna have all this good luck. It's the pile that always has abundance, good fortune, good luck, stuff like that. So you guys might have the bingo pile. Let's see, we have Modest Mouse with contentment, stealth, and humbleness. It says, tiny keeper of inner strength, help me to unlock my hidden potential. Is that not so freaking cute, you guys? Can you guys see that? Sorry, I'm like sitting, I normally stand for my readings. I'm sitting down today, trying something a little bit different. Anyways, so bear with me, you guys, but contentment, stealth, and humbleness. Okay. I feel like this humbleness, this humility is going to be important with all this abundance coming in. All right. Also, we were talking with that Queen of Swords, just a little tie into that, okay? A little bit of humbleness. I know that we could be pretty mean and cut people down with our words if we really wanted to. If we really wanted to ruin someone's life, we could. This here is choosing to not do that. Remaining humble, remaining modest, and going, you know what? I am not going to say what I really think, because if I do, it's going to cause all sorts of issues that in the end aren't worth my time or energy. So anyways, you guys, let me go ahead and grab the guidebook for this deck, and we will take a little bit of a peek at what it says about Yarrow, Yarrow. I don't have all these memorized by any means. There are some that tend to pop out more than others, so I get a little bit more practice with those, of course, and kind of know what the guidebook says for them, but not with all of them. So let's see. Yarrow here. So we've got the ruler Venus, which is interesting. Then we also had that Queen of Swords here. So which can be like Libra energy, and then we've got Venus here. Lots of feminine energy here as well. Kind of interesting to see that. But anyway, so this is ruled by Venus. So we've got equilibrium, balance, discernment. Ooh, discernment, you guys. Knowing what to say, when to say it, what we should and should not say, what's for us, what's not for us. Important here. Nourished psychic shield, divinatory empathy, and sensitivity. Okay. And sensitivity here, we have that with this modest mouse as well. So being sensitive to others' plight, even if we're maybe doing just fine. All right. Interesting. Okay. Let me see. It's a very wordy guidebook, and I scan them, and what pops out at me intuitively is what I read for you guys. So let's see here. Oh, the balancing force represented by Libra, one of Venus's rulers, is an appropriate metaphor for how harmonizing Yarrow is as a medicine. Venus, as the archetypal manifestation of beauty and aesthetics, also represents self-love, unity, and empathy. Okay, this says use your empathic abilities as grounding cords to your psychic powers and divinatory skills. All right, like the magic of the white heron, move slowly with precision as you navigate emotional waters. Yes. So people might try to get a reaction out of us. They're not entitled to that reaction. Okay, you guys. You don't have to react. You don't have to absolutely destroy them, because I know that you can. Okay, that Queen of Swords came out. I know that you could absolutely destroy someone if you wanted to. Okay, and this here is all advising you to not do that, to maintain harmony. Okay, I'm hearing internally and externally this week. That's going to be very important. Okay, nice and balanced, nice and fair. Okay, we have the scales here. Which are also, very big symbolism associated with Libra as well. So anyways, let's go ahead and grab these tarot cards for you guys, kind of find out what it is, a little bit more about this situation, for this next week for you all. So let's see here. Pile number 3. Okay. Got these 3 for you all. Make sure that's not up too high. And then, these are flopping all around. Do not want to go back in the deck. So, okay. Let's take a look here and see what it is you can expect this week. A little bit more information about remaining harmonious, humble, modest, balanced. Okay. Let's see here. We have the Magician. All right. And sorry, the card stock's a little thin and flimsy. It does tend to, I try to kind of bend them back. I might have messed that one up more than necessary. Okay, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Okay, the World. Ooh, with the Magician. Okay, 6 of Cups. Yes, yes, yes. And the 10 of Swords. Interesting, we've got these 10s together. Okay, you guys. So right off the bat, the Magician. This week is going to be whatever it is that you make it, is what I'm hearing. Um, hmm. Lots of, see here, I'm just kind of taking in your cards. We've got a nice little mixture here. I felt like the last two piles had some information about finances, money, career for this next week. If that's something that you're looking for specifically and you felt called to one of those piles, pile one or pile two, go check those out, because those have some great messages as far as money goes. And I'm feeling pile number 2 might be for you guys. But you guys use your intuition. You know your situation better than I do. Lots of different energies tuning into this. So anyways, let's get started. Magician and the World. Okay. I'm hearing here with the World kind of the end of an era for you guys, the start of something new. Magician here too being paired with this. So this is you choosing to end something, end a cycle. Yeah. This is you choosing to end a cycle this week with the Magician. You have the power, you have the resources, you have everything that you need. You've been gifted all the main elements, okay? We've got the wand with fire, the cup, water, the pentacle, earth, and the sword, air, okay? You have all the elements that you need in order to end a cycle here with the World. Let's see here for you guys, a little bit more information. The Chariot. Ooh, another major arcana for this column right here. Okay, the Chariot. Yeah. This is something that it's like, it's gonna happen fast. Like you're ready to do this, I'm hearing with the Chariot, because the Chariot here, the Chariot doesn't just talk about something moving quickly, but the Chariot, they're all ready, okay? The horses are hooked up, the air's filling the balloon, whatever, with whatever depiction you want to use, you know, kind of based on the, deck, sorry, the situation, possibly even for you guys. But I'm hearing here, you're all ready to go. You're ready to end a cycle. You've been ready for a while is what I'm hearing. And this week, that is finally going to happen for you. You will be ending a cycle, okay? And I am hearing, since it's the Magician specifically or particularly, I'm hearing here that this is going to be, it's not like, you know, sometimes cycles end but we don't really realize it until we look back in hindsight and we're like, wow, because I made a different choice in that moment, I actually effectively ended a cycle without even doing that intentionally. And that definitely happens sometimes, 100%. But I feel like for you in your specific situation, pile number 3, this week going forward, you know you're ending a cycle, okay? You know you're doing something different. You know that that's what you're doing. You're doing it very intentionally, and you've been ready to do this for a while now. With the World here, this particular deck, okay, I am seeing, we've got this imagery right here. Kind of makes me think about family. I don't know why, like a family tree maybe. I know this imagery, what is it, like some sort of, it's a Celtic tree, Celtic. Ooh, you guys, I don't know. Don't get me lying to you. I'm not going to pretend like I remember, honestly. But tree, family, this might be a family situation. Maybe, you know, like I said with that Thanksgiving type of thing, going back to that, it's possible that, you know, you're choosing to not react to someone, and by choosing to not react to someone, you're effectively ending a cycle, okay, of some sort, or, you know, depending on how you react to someone, you know, but there's some sort of cycle that you're ending here. You've been ready to do it for a while. This is something that you know about. This isn't like, this shouldn't be news to you, necessarily with this, yeah, there's some sort of cycle that's needed to end for a while, and you finally, like, it's like you've risen above the clouds here, okay? It's like your mind isn't clouded over this anymore. Your emotions aren't clouded over this regarding this anymore. You're ready to end this cycle and move on, move upwards, actually upwards and onwards to bigger and better things is what I'm hearing. So that will come this week. There will be an opportunity for you to effectively end a cycle that has not been, it's not been in your best interest or in the world's best interest. The cycle itself has been fairly negative. And like I said, it might have something to do with family, depending on, each person here and what your specific situation is. Now, moving forward past that, we have the Eight of Swords and the Six of Cups. Eight of Swords talks about having, feeling kind of trapped mentally. It's being trapped by your mind or by your thoughts. Now, this could be ruminating thoughts, where you're ruminating on something and you're kicking something around in your mind and you're doing it over and over and over again, and now you feel trapped by this. Okay, you feel trapped by these thoughts. This could be this could be negative self-talk. Okay, this could be some sort of self-defeating type of thoughts, words, self-talk, negative self-talk overall, okay, is what I'm seeing here. Eight of Swords. This is going to pop up for you this week is what I'm seeing. Not something necessarily to be worried about. I'm seeing this kind of as a continuation of you ending this cycle, okay? And perhaps you're going to find yourself in a bit of situation where you're feeling a little trapped, a little confused. Okay, you're going, I'm not sure. Is now the time to do this? Is this really the right time to cut this off, to make this change, to end this cycle possibly for you? Six of Cups here talks about family or childhood specifically, okay? So childhood trauma, childhood issues, dealing with siblings possibly as well. I'm going to pull another card here, get a clarifier. We have Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this, this energy in your kind of material world here being impacted. Okay, let's see for you guys here. Something here going on with your material world and feeling very trapped mentally. Okay, there's something about this. Perhaps you're starting something new financially. Okay, so if you've been wanting a message financially, I do kind of hear that coming through for you. Page of Pentacles, and we've got Queen of Wands. Yeah, okay. So if there is a passion project that you've been wanting to start, this is something you've been thinking about this week. Okay. Perhaps this is your own business, okay? Queen of Wands and Page of Pentacles here. This is something that you're passionate about. It's something that you've started or you're wanting to start. You're very, very close to beginning it if you haven't already. You haven't even necessarily sown the seeds yet, okay? This is just the very beginning of something. We're a little bit past the, little bit past the Ace of Pentacles type of stage where the idea is just being handed to you. Now you're getting excited about putting it into practice, okay? And beginning this kind of new journey with whatever this is specifically for you. So Pentacles, this is going to be finances, money, career, school. If school is kind of your full-time thing right now, you're a full-time student, okay? This does hail back though. It's like you've got some sort of hang up over this though, is what I'm seeing. Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles here. This is a passion project that you're hoping will make money, okay? Is what I'm hearing here for you guys. But there's something holding you back, or there's something tripping you up, and it's internal. I'm really hearing negative self-talk, okay? Possibly not believing in yourself, maybe some self-doubt about whether or not you're going to be able to accomplish this. And this is stemming from I'm hearing childhood trauma, the way your primary caregiver spoke to you early on in your life, okay? Where did this negative self-talk come from? Who instilled this inner voice, okay? This negative inner voice. They've done studies and they show that Our inner voice, that comes from some of the first people, first caregivers, authority figures we encountered early on in childhood. Okay, so we had really critical, harsh parents or who were often pessimistic. You're gonna find that might be your inner voice, okay, that you have to work through. Might be a bit pessimistic, might it be something that instills a lot of self-doubt. Might be pretty critical, like there's lots of criticism around that, around things that you do. You hear that in your head, your self-talk is just overall very negative, kind of self-defeating here. I'm seeing that kind of coming to a head here for you this next week, and I really truly believe that you will be ending that cycle. I think it's being called to your attention, maybe not just with this reading, perhaps in recent past, it's been called to your attention that this is something that you need to work on, that this might be something that's holding you back from really being able to go after what it is that you want in your life, okay? Like I said, this passion project, whatever that might be specifically for you, but whatever it is, it's something that you're hoping that you can make a little bit of money over. I just knocked this deck with my pinky and this card went flying. Let me grab this for our next. We have Wheel of Fortune. Okay. 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Okay. Beautiful endings here as well. Another ending, the wheel turning, tides changing, things changing. And I think I kind of want to move this over here for you guys, because what I'm really seeing here with the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords is this energy is ending and we're coming into some new energy. That's really what this whole reading is. This week is going to be a turning point for you. Pile number 3. We're moving on past this 10 of Wands energy, which I'm sure you can intuit what that energy is without even actually knowing anything about tarot. They have this heavy burden on their back, okay? They're walking kind of stooped over. They're tired. You can kind of see it on their face, okay? But the end is near. The end is in sight with the 10 of Wands. Typically, you can see the village in the distance. They're almost there, almost to the end where they can like drop this load, this weight off their shoulders. They can let that go. And then we have 10 of Swords here paired with this as well. So the Wands kind of talks about passion, okay, action, all right? So this is kind of reaching the completion, putting in that final little bit of action. Even though you're struggling under the weight of it, you're putting in the last little finishing touches, the final little bit of action so that you can say goodbye to this and be done with this energy. 10 of Swords here. We talked about swords being mental, okay? Words, okay? So this is this feeling of feeling defeated. All right. Maybe this is someone saying some type of bullshit to you and you just are like, wow, it's like 10 knives in my back, or even these self-defeating thoughts, okay? It's like 10 knives in my back. It's like 10 swords in my back and I'm just done. I'm exhausted. I'm worn out, okay? That's what this energy is right here. And I see that this is kind of how you've been feeling possibly lately. We've got some really heavy cycles that need to end here that you've been working on is what I'm hearing. I mean, you've been working on ending these. And I think that you've been working on tackling this self-defeating negative self-talk that's kind of stemmed from early childhood, okay? Some early wounds some wounds that happened early on in your life, all right? It's left you feeling quite heavy, quite burdened, okay? It's left you feeling even a bit defeated overall, but times are changing. The wheel is turning, all right? The wheel continues to turn. And if you notice with this particular wheel, it is actually a spiral, and it may feel something that I love about the spiral and the depiction of the spiral is though you're going in the same motion, though it appears you're going and just doing the same motions over and over again, you're actually getting closer and closer to the center, to the truth, okay? To where you need to be, to your purpose, okay? So Wheel of Fortune here tells me that while you might be like, great, these cycles are ending, but there's always something else. Yes, there is always something else, but you get better and better and better at handling it as you go on, okay? But this is like the tides are changing. This energy is moving out. You've got new energy coming in. Wheel of Fortune can also be good karma, okay, as well. So this is great for you guys, okay? Abundance coming in as well. I think this is a little bit of reassurance because you guys have been going through some shit. I mean, ending cycles, realizing that cycles need to be ended, etc., etc. That is some heavy, heavy stuff, okay? Really heavy stuff that I feel like you felt a bit burdened by, okay? You're like, wow, okay, I guess this really is my burden to bear, and I'm gonna have to be the one to unfuck all of this, unfuck everything, and put everything back how it needs to be so that I can move forward with my life and really achieve my goals. You've got some great goals here, pile number 3. It's just a matter of getting out of these negative cycles that have kind of kept you trapped and left you feeling defeated, but you're almost there. You're at the very end. You know, this is home stretch, okay, you guys? This is home stretch. Things are changing. Your fortune is changing, okay? Good fortune coming in, abundance coming in, harmony coming in as well. And let's try, like I said, just gonna tie this back to that Queen of Swords, okay? I know sometimes when we're hurting, it's really easy to be sharp with others, okay? Turn around and hurt someone else because we're hurting so much. Let's not give in to the bit of displacement there with that. Let's not take that out on someone else, okay? Even if it kind of feels like they're asking for it. Let's not do that. Let's remain humble. Let's remain modest, okay? And let's try to keep the harmony, okay? Harmony is important for you this next week because you will be going through a lot and closing a lot of doors, and new doors will be opening up for you. Pile number 3. This is so amazing. You know, I do want to find out what this new door is that's opening up for you. Knight of Swords. Okay. Yeah. You're ready to move on this idea that you have. Ready to move on ideas. I really feel like this is like kind of heralding back to our Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles, passion project that can benefit us financially, if that's, you know, or maybe a business that you have that you're wanting to work on. Lots of different options here because we do have lots of different energies. All right, tuning into the video. So anyways, Knight of Swords, you're going to be ready to move. Knight of Swords is fast, okay? Very, very fast energy. Not quite as fast as Wands, but still pretty fast. You'll be taking these new ideas, this new thought patterns as well, this new way of thinking, because that's really what we're changing here. I'm saying is this negative self-talk. You're going to get rid of that, and now your mind, your thoughts are actually going to benefit you, and you're going to wield those to your benefit, and they're going to help you move forward and conquer the things in your life that you're ready to conquer, achieve the things that you've been ready to achieve and wanting to work on. You've just felt a bit held back. You're not going to be held back by that anymore at all. Like I said, it's actually going to be a tool. Your mind will be a weapon that works for you rather than against you, okay? So that's the new door opening for you all with this Wheel of Fortune. That's what's changing for you guys. It's what you can anticipate by the time you get to the end of this week, beginning or end of this week coming forward, and then into the beginning of the next week, okay? So make sure and tune in. I do these every single week. I'll put them up every Sunday for you guys. So tune in for the next week. We'll find out a little bit more possibly about this journey here to achieve these goals, all right? So anyways, thank you, pile number 3, so much for tuning in and watching this video. If it resonated for you, please like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps so much. And I will see you all in your next reading. Bye.